Alright guys, welcome back to Gen4 PSUs, and here we are with what's gonna be an around $800 budget build. Now let's go over all the pieces and components. Now, the biggest part of the build, I think, is gonna be the GPU. Now GPU prices have come crashing down, so we managed to get this RTX 3060 Asus for just 250 euros. You can actually probably get one for around 200 if you really keep looking. Then we got this motherboard for 80 bucks. It's a B660G from Asus, and it's a ROG Strix model. Micro-ATX board, it's a really good board, hence why we got this Sharkoon MS Y1000. A Micro-ATX case, very unique look. You probably seen it in the thumbnail, I think. And then we're going with this i5 12400F. I paid just 150 bucks for this one, brand new. This Gen4 SSD, paid 80 bucks for it, brand new. This random Corsair Vengeance RAM, 3600 MHz, paid 50 bucks for it. And then we have the worst power supply possible in existence, but this build is not going to draw much power at all, so it's going to be fine. And it's a Mars Gaming 80 Plus bronze power supply, the MPB 550. But again, it won't be good for upgrades, but it's going to be great for this configuration. So let's get building. So the motherboard as well is brand new. So let's open it. It's the Wi-Fi model, so we have this antenna as well included, but we're putting it away for now and getting out just the board. Look at how nice it looks. So guys, this board right here is a B660G from Asus ROG Strix, and I mean, for a B660 it looks extremely nice. Okay, so let's get mounting the CPU. Okay, now controversial moment. I am gonna try the stock cooler. Then if it really sucks, even after undervolting it, as per the guide I have on my channel, then we will upgrade it. But since I really like the looks, I am actually gonna try it. I have never mounted the new stock cooler, so I don't even know how it goes in, but we will give it a shot. Let me see where the thing is. Right here, the fan is up there, so I suppose it goes in something like this. Looks like it. So it just slots in. That's good. Let's see if this arrives. Yes, it does. It's all black. I think it matches the build. Now, if it's like the old one, you just press it down. Let me see. I mean, it certainly feels as bad as the old one, I'd say. Okay. Okay, it looks like we have it successfully mounted. Yeah, it's not going anywhere. Pretty good. Now, guys, I know this is just a B660 with an i5 and a stock cooler, but doesn't it look really nice? Time for a bit of white, I'd say. What do you know? Do you think these fit, or do you think they ruin the all-black build? Okay. Now, you know why I wasn't able to put these RAM in? Because this board is DDR5. DDR5, guys. Okay, so in order to currently remain on budget, I am using a single stick of DDR5, and yes, this is a package for a single stick of DDR5. This way, one can quickly add another one of these and make it 16. So let's go slap it right there. Nice. Okay, I mean, it's coming out looking total black. I really like it so far. Extremely clean. I mean, the SSD was black as well, so loving it. Okay, let's open one of the worst power supplies. I actually got this one completely for free, but yeah, I mean, to count the pricing of the build, I put it at like 30 bucks. But if I had to buy one, I would get the Thermaltake SE RGB, which is still a very cheap power supply, but I never had one fail on me. So yeah, I would recommend that one instead, but this one is gonna do fine. Oh, it looks really bad. Yep. Wait. It's actually really bad. Like, just by feeling it, I can tell it's a cheap power supply. Okay, I think we might have to change our plans here, because it doesn't even have an 8-pin for the GPU. So I think it's probably better to just leave it for another kind of build for now. Okay, so change of plans. I think we're using this for the build. This is probably Way too good, but I don't have any other power supply to use at the moment. So we will have to go with this one. I will probably not get my money back for putting this one in, but hey, this will give the PC a much better upgradability pattern, so one can slot an i7 and a 3080 in the PC easily. So we will go with this one. It's a bit unfortunate though, because again, it's a really good power supply, but yes, let's go with it. Okay, so let's get the GPU actually out. This is a single fan model, but it's actually good. It's the best single fan model of 3060 I've tried, and it's gonna do a great job. It was lightly used, it's basically new, and it looks nice as well, at least in my opinion. So something that you should always do is test out the parts beforehand. I usually don't, but today I figured, hey, let's be educational. And let's actually boot this thing up real quick. It's coming out completely black, I really like it, but let me know your opinion down below. Okay, so the LEDs turned on, that's a good start. Let's see if the motherboard actually works. Does it have a button? It doesn't. We'll need these guys to short it. Started right up. Let's see if we actually get a signal. Okay, first boot. We have a yellow LED. Okay, turned off, I think it's booting. Let's see. Green LED, yeah, it booted. Signal, got. Okay, now something which I do, but you know, I mean, it's false, I don't usually do it, but I will do it this time, is I actually install Windows beforehand. So when you slot it into the actual case, it's already good to go. Wait, thinking back about it, we will not do it. Let's just mount it. Okay, it's time to actually open up the case. I nearly sliced my finger in half. Again. Anyways. The PC behind me, by the way, is doing a stress test. I really hope. Okay, it's at 100 degrees. Anyways. Okay, I got it right this time. Bit of a manual. Starting to look nice. It's all aluminum. Machined aluminum. It's really nice. Do you like it? Okay, so to access the side panels, you actually have to take out the top panel, which is a bit of a different design. It does feel very high quality though, at least so far. And now those should slide right up. So, pretty good actually. So where is the power supply supposed to go? Well, let's explore this case a bit, shall we? So, the motherboard clearly goes there, right? So, just grab it, you slap it in here, and it's fully covered basically, aside from this side. So I suppose the power supply goes in here, but regarding where specifically, I mean, if I have to guess, I'd say probably on the bottom part right here. Okay, so I was close, but not quite right. Actually, it goes on the top. Now, they gave us quite a bit of things, which is nice, but again, it's a pretty expensive case, so it was to be expected. Now, what you do is you take out the dust filter, okay? And now, you see this thing we have over here? This plugs into the power supply, this thing here. So the power supply goes on top here. So we have to free up these cables first. So let's actually grab our power supply. Now the fan should be getting the air in intake, so it should go this way. So if they made this smart, it should just slide in, and it actually looks like it, so they are actually earning my respect for this. So let's see if it actually, yeah, I mean, it's not the best, but it's decent. You are indeed able to slot it in. You do need a good screwdriver though. They give you a ton of screws. Okay, so I think I'm gonna use these ones. Okay, so we got one in, right there. Now, third. Nice. So we got it. Now, we have to plug this cable. So I will show you. This is how it looks like, and now you should just plug it here. I think I should have plugged it before actually screwing it in, so now it's gonna be a bit difficult to make it fit, but yeah. Yes, it worked. Okay, so with a bit of violence, I meant with a bit of being gentle, you can make everything fit. Now YouTube don't demonetize me for this thing, okay? I was not encouraging any illegal activities, right? Right. Okay, so before we lose our mind cable managing, I say we slot the motherboard in to get it done with. So I did route already a couple of the fans, because they give 4 fans included, which is actually pretty nice. And again, I cannot tell you how much I'm loving it so far, aesthetically wise. This is basically gonna be a PC that's like ready to be upgraded, you know? Like as it is right now, it's good, but like it has everything. Solid motherboard, solid case, very good power supply. Like everything is ready for like a 3080 and an i7 12700K or 13700K, you know? So yeah. If someone is smart, they can definitely get this and like be ready to upgrade in the future as well. Okay, so we have it fully built. Let's take out these standoffs for the GPU. Just needs shoe out. There we go. Okay, so right now the PC is pretty much done. If we turn it on, it's gonna work already, but what I mean, after I connect the cables. But I will just connect everything, do a bit of cable management, and come back to you with the actual result. So see you in a sec. Okay, so here I have it fully finished. Now, it was a bit of a mess with the cable management. Now, if you take a look there closely, this was the best I could do, because it was actually extremely difficult to get it closed. This panel basically slides down, so it was still coming out a bit right here. So this was the only way I found. So let's get into installing Windows and tuning everything up. Alright guys, so now I have the PC built, and as you can see we are running a couple of benchmarks, so we will take a look at the performance in the end, but let's discuss how it came out in the meantime. Well, it's kind of clean, no RGB whatsoever aside from the motherboard. I will put some B-roll as I'm talking, but let me know if you like it so far. I think the case is very unique, but it came out really clean. And what's really surprising is just how quiet it is. I will do a sound test. Actually, I will do it right now as it's running Firestrike, okay? This is how loud it does get, or better, how loud it doesn't get. And I mean, I am extremely surprised by it. Honestly, we will take a look at the performance, but I have high hopes for the single channel RAM that we ended up putting in. This is gonna be basically a build ready to be upgraded. And also I am very surprised by the cooler, because it's not making any kind of noise. Actually, usually stock coolers are very loud, but this one seems to be really good. So far, all good. Installation was smooth, it's really small, and I like it. So let's take a look at the performance, shall we? Okay, so we ran all the tests, and we finally have the results. And they are really good. We have 20K combined in Firestrike, which shows that the overall performance is really nice. But if we take a look at the single scores as well, we have 22K on the graphics, 24K on the physics, and close to 10K in combined, which means that everything works well together. Now, this alone means that the PC will be able to play at 1080p high details with pretty much everything, and with the CPU power, it will be perfect for something like Rainbow Six Siege, CSGO, or like Valorant for like very high frames, because this i5 can push frames in the 500, 600 frames per second easily. So in not so much GPU intensive games, it can really push the competitive edge. Even for like Apex Legends, stuff like that, I think it's going to be really good. The new Call of Duty as well. But regarding the rest of the system as well, we run a Cinebench and a CPU Z test. And as you can see, the CPU is really powerful. I think strictly for gaming, this i5 is actually faster even than an i9 from the previous generation. So an i9, like say 11900F, is slower than this i5 12400F actually. So that's really interesting. But that's not the only high performance part of the system. The SSD as well. I ran a Crystal Disk Mark test on this Aorus drive, and basically it got really high scores. Now it beats every PCIe 3.0 SSD on the market. Now, of course, it's not one of these 8,000 megabytes per second SSDs like the one we've seen in the NetAC video, but it's also much cheaper, so I'm really happy with it. Plus, the PC has Wi-Fi, Bluetooth and stuff, and it's very small, so I think it will sell pretty well. But let me know your thoughts and opinion down below. Do you like how it came out? Do you like the performance? What do you think of the temperature? Let me know. See you in the next one, guys. Bye.